This coffee is a much needed pick me up. So Caleb has been throwing tantrums all morning. Junior woke up and wanted pancakes and sausages. So I went ahead, being the good mom that I am, and I made him homemade pancakes and sausages, and I still haven't gotten to what I want to get done today. I did promise you guys a ketone test for those keto fudge bites that I got at Trader Joe's, so I'm going to show you that ketone test right here, and then I'll see you guys back. I should be ready to work out by that time. See you in 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. See you in 1 hour. All right, so it looks like my ketones went up. You see it went up to 0.6 from 0.5. So I'm going to check back in 1 more hour to see the true test. I don't know why I sing everything, but yeah, check back in 1 more hour. So I'm very happy to conclude that these keto fudge bites will not lower my ketones, and they're safe for me to eat. So I'm going to continue enjoying them, and I hope you guys try them out too. So I'm going to enjoy this coffee, and then I'm going to dive into my workout, and I'll see you guys at my next meal. So I finally worked up an appetite, and I'm going to use some leftovers from my keto jerk pulled pork that I made. I made it in a previous video, but I had lots of leftovers, so I freeze that, and now I was able to rethaw that and make a nice little lunch out of it. So I'm going to make a jerk pork quesadilla. I'm making sure I say these words right so that I don't offend anybody. But yes, I'm going to make a keto jerk pulled pork quesadilla. and I'm going to just use the meat here, and I'm using one of those Extreme Wellness 4 net carb wraps, and I'm just going to put as much meat as it can hold. Then I'm going to add some cheese here, and then I'm going to head over to my stove after I fold it over there. You know how you make a traditional quesadilla. And I'm going to head over to my stove and then toast it on both sides, and then I can finally dig in. Okay guys, so I'm about to dig in, and I will see you guys at dinner time. Yummy. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I want to make some stewed chicken. You guys know I always have my meat seasoned and marinated and waiting for me at least from the day before, and you get maximum flavor that way. Always marinate your food or your meat, sorry, overnight. But yeah, this meat was seasoned the way I season it in my video that I will link below if you want to know how to season the meat. And what I'm doing here is I am just quickly frying every piece of meat that's going to be in my stew. What I want to do is fry the outside of the meat. I'm not looking to cook it all the way through, just frying the outside of it just to get it somewhat firm. And then I'm going to take my fried pieces out of the oil, and then we'll go on to make our stew. Remember, the goal is not to completely cook it at this point. You're just frying the outsides of the chicken, so you can have your oil at, you know, the highest heat possible without burning it, just to fry the outsides. And this is how it looks after it's finished frying, just the outside. And I'm going to continue this process until all of my pieces are fried up and ready for me to start the stewing process. So now that all of my meat has been fried up, I'm going to go ahead now and add everything back. But as you can see at the bottom there, I've added some peppers and onions, and this is just going to add additional flavor to our stew. And I'm also going to go ahead and add some tomato paste. Like in my culture, we usually put ketchup and browning, but we're making a keto version of this stew chicken, so we're not going to be doing that here. I'm also adding some additional marinade that I had here. I'm adding it here. This will be cooked through, so don't worry about the marinade being raw or anything like that. We're going to be cooking this meat very well after this. So I added some marinade there that the meat was marinating in. I'm also going to add a couple tablespoons of tomato sauce that has no sugar added. If you have no sugar added ketchup, you can do that, but I like replacing it with tomato sauce to get that stewed flavor. I'm not going to be adding browning, but if you want to add browning, you can. It's not going to significantly affect your carb count or your sugar count, especially if this dish is going to be for your entire family. So, but I wanted to make a true low carb version, so I'm not going to add any browning. And here I'm adding broth. Some people add water. Please don't come for me. I like adding broth because I find that the broth adds to my flavor and doesn't take away from it. So I'm going to add broth up to the line where the meat stops. I'm also going to add some thyme and some bay leaf for more flavor, and then I'm going to move this meat around just to make sure that everything is well incorporated. Everything has the juices on it. You see our thyme sitting on top there. I could put some Scotch bonnet pepper in here to add some more spice, but you guys know whatever I cook for myself, I'm cooking for the kids as well. So I decided to leave the Scotch bonnet out as well. But if you like spicy food, here is where you would add your Scotch bonnet pepper, and then you take that out when your ancestors tell you to take it out so that it's not too spicy even for you. So now that we've moved the chicken around in the juices, you see the peppers and onions are coming up. Now our chicken is ready to sit now for 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to have it on medium heat, and it's going to cook all the way through, and all of the seasoning, all of the vegetables, all of that is going to cook down to the bone and flavor our meat all the way through. It's going to be so good. While the meat is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and have a little snack. I cut up 2 Persian cucumbers, 2 stalks of celery, and I have some pepperoni slices here. And this is going to keep me until I can actually dig into dinner. And we're going to go ahead now and check on our chicken. And as you can see, it is cooked all the way through as I promised. You see that the meat is tender. All of our vegetables are cooked through. There's lots of flavor going on here, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. So I plated my stewed chicken with some cauliflower rice and of course some avocado for additional healthy fat. And I'm telling you guys, the traditional flavor is still there. You don't have to have the sugar to still have flavorful keto friendly food. So that's what I eat in a day. If you were able to stick it with me to the end, please go ahead and drop some smiley face emojis to let me know you are down with your girl and supporting. I'm going to be trying my best to keep up with Vlogmas and have a video for you every day. Thanks again for watching. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do that and click that bell so you can see when I've posted a new video or when I've gone live. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.